Good morning, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to share with you another development that will help us embrace the next wave of digital transformation. During the past few years, we have witnessed how digital technologies have totally altered the business landscape. Instead of bringing wad of cash when you do your shopping, digital wallets are used as the alternative and convenient way to pay for the goods and services. And as more and more organizations employ digital technologies to enhance customer experiences, these technologies have provided the springboards of a cashless and contactless society. And one company who's been at the forefront of bringing this state-of-the-art solutions is Sunmi, a global company that provides intelligent IoT devices and integrated solutions to enable businesses build an interconnected world and achieve the true essence of Business 4.0, the next wave of digital transformation. And knowingly, we have benefited from their solutions as they are heavily used by some local companies like Starbucks, Landers, BDO, among others. I don't want to spill the beans yet, so let's keep this momentum up and recognize our executives from VST, ECS, and Sunmi for gracing us with their presence. I'd like to start with the Regional Managing Director of Sunmi. We have Philip Sia. Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. The Chief Marketing Officer, also from Sunmi, we have Sam Su. The Country Manager handling Sunmi Philippines, we have Eunice Zhu. Good morning, Eunice.
Morning, Eunice.
From VSC ECS, starting our lineup, we have the President and CEO, Sir Jimmy Go.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Also with us this morning is our Executive Vice President and Country COO, Princess Chua.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank
Good
you for joining us.
morning.
Good morning, Mao.
Good morning. Our first VP and General Manager handling the volume group, we have Paul Alcantara.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Our first AVP and General Manager handling Corporate Business Group 1. He'll be handling the Sunmi business. We have Celso Ravina.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning. Our newly promoted Product Executive for Sunmi, Ashby Ruperto.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Also with us this morning is our third VP and General Manager handling Technology and Product Solutions Group. We have Tom Pascual.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Representing our Cebu, we have Hannah Di Marunsing, Senior Branch Manager.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Maayong buntag partners based in Cebu, and maayong buntag Hana. Our Business Development Manager, General Business Group, OJ Yongko.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
Good morning, OJ. Eric Salazar, our Online and Channel Relationship Manager, Online Business Group.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning. So that completes the lineup of our executives joining us on today's launch. Once again, partners and VSTECS executives and Sunmi, thank you so much for spending your Friday morning with us. Allow us to play this video for a sneak peek of the products and solutions we provide. So this is our most updated corporate video.
In a world where technologies provide the impetus for business survival, digital transformation is no longer a choice. One company that drives innovation is VST ECS Philippines Incorporated. Discover our passion. This is what drives us to continue to partner with the best and innovative brands in the ICT industry. Through the years, VST ECS has evolved to become an IT distribution powerhouse, offering an extensive breadth of solutions for retail, commercial, and enterprise markets. From our humble beginnings, we have embraced the shifts in technologies and economies to bring the best brands to our channel partners. VST ECS Philippines Incorporated, a member of the VST ECS Group. We are the leading ICT distributor in the country. We offer choices to help you grow, transform, and thrive in the new economy. Notebooks, consumer and commercial. Desktops, consumer and commercial. Virtual desktops. Workstations. Printers and copiers. Supplies. Mobility. Gadgets and accessories. Lifestyle. Gaming. Servers. Storage, power management, 3D printing, networking, wired and wireless, software-defined network, network security, data backup and protection, big data, hyper-converged infrastructure, software CAD and graphics, software enterprise solutions, commercial digital display, IP surveillance, POS solutions, AIDC solutions, document imaging, telephony, collaboration solutions, cloud computing, containers and microservices, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence and robot process automation, data center solutions and services, managed services, everything as a service, subscription, training and education, agility. The way to survive, rebound, and thrive in the new digital economy is to bend, pivot, change, and adapt to the changing times. We will be relentless to look for ways to anticipate the needs of our customers through our portfolio, infrastructure, services, and people. With the demands of the new normal, we have embraced digital technologies and online platforms for improved collaboration, enhanced customer service, and business continuity. We put greater emphasis on the well-being of our people by strictly observing and implementing health protocols. While some things may have changed due to the pandemic, our commitment to deliver greatness and serve as technology enabler remains the same. Our workplaces will be an important venue for collaboration. Technology availability, delivery of services, and business continuity. Reach. We will explore possibilities to make technologies accessible to their intended audiences. By partnering with IT retailers, online channels, corporate partners, system integrators, born-in-the-cloud businesses, ISVs, mobility and specialty stores, and many more. Leadership. We will continue to lead in the availability of ICT solutions, we will embrace digital revolution and convergence, because the true measure of our success is not summarized in the awards we have received, but in the way we have transformed businesses and individuals. Great products, great people, great solutions. Partner with us. We are VST ECS Philippines Incorporated, your link to technology.
Thank you. And to officially jumpstart our announcement, please join me in welcoming the President and CEO of VST ECS, Sir Jimmy Go, for the opening remarks and executive address.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I hope that everyone is well and healthy. Okay. Welcome to our partnership launch of Sunmi IoT for Business in the Philippines. I would like to thank Philip Chia, Eunice, and the whole Sunmi team for appointing VST ECS in the Philippines. Thank you, partners, for joining us today and looking at the different opportunities that await all of us in this new era of digital world. Sunmi is one of the biggest provider of IoT for business. They have business solutions using Android operating system for payment POS, handheld POS, desktop POS, enterprise tablet, handheld computer, intelligent kiosk with contactless payment, plus many more. Solutions of Sunmi fits industry like supermarket, retail store, courier services like DHL or FedEx, delivery services like Lazada, Lalamove and Grab, warehouse management, government, online stores, and many, many more. Sunmi is one of the top IoT companies in the world and a leader in China. So I would like to invite all of you to explore the different solutions of Sunmi in the market. As our country accelerates our journey to the digital world, Sunmi will surely help our customers in this journey. We have a dedicated team to handle this business under Celso, okay? And we look forward for all of you to join us. Partner with us with Sunmi and enjoy all the opportunities that awaits all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Again, this dawns a new beginning for Business 4.0. It's a new wave of digital transformation, a highly interconnected world powered by innovative state-of-the-art digital technologies. Please watch this video from Sunmi for a quick understanding of how they have empowered businesses all over the world.
Wow. 我们聊聊。很冷吗？如果再这样，你就太蠢了。干嘛不在这儿看呢？ 喂，下次别拿这些了，都不是最新版的。以后再付吧。
周先生，准备好了。
人人都知道你是个成功的商人。您认为成功的秘诀是什么？
知识和书。
和书。是什么让您决定捐出几乎所有的个人财产，建设图书馆？
是陈先生，立新街角小书店的老板。他给过我书，给了我吃的，让我改变想法。
如果再这样，你就太蠢了。
他给了我人生中最无价的东西。
所以，这就是你陈先生的名义捐赠的原因吗？
那是我捐的钱，远远都比不上的。
以后再付吧。
对不起，陈先生，对您，我无以为报。
เฮียคือเฮียก็รู้ว่าช่วงนี้เขาห้ามคนกินข้าวนอกบ้านกัน เราควรซื้อซันมิเพราะเครื่องนี้มันเชื่อมต่อกับระบบ Delivery ทำให้เราส่งบะหมี่ถึงบ้านลูกค้าได้เลยนะเฮีย
ร้านบะหมี่ถ้าไม่มีคนมานั่งกินมันก็ไม่ใช่ร้านบะหมี่แล้วเรื่องเงินเดือนพวกมึงกูจ่ายเหมือนเดิมทำงานดิ
ส
เฮียไม่จะเป็นต้องตึกไป
ทุกอย่างเหมือนเดิม
เดินกับผมอะเหมือนเดิมใช่ไหมเฮียค่าแรงไงเฮียต้องจ่ายอะเหมือนเดิมครับเฮีย
ใช่ มันต้องเหมือนเดิม
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the short film. So basically, they highlight the benefit of an altruistic attitude. Altruism is the guiding mantra of Sunmi. By the way, I will be asking for your movie review at the end of the event. Honestly, very provocative and powerful films. Okay, we continue with the executive address from Sunmi to announce the appointment of VSTECS as its country distributor. And I'd like to call on Philip Sia. He is the regional managing director of Sunmi. He brings with him an extensive experience in the ICT industry. And before joining Sunmi, he worked for a number of multinational companies such as Price Waterhouse Coopers, Singtel, and Huawei. His current role is focused on the development of Sunmi ecosystem in the region. Good morning, Philip. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Just firstly, allow me to congratulate the VSTECS and Sunmi will reach a very important agreement, partner agreement in the region. And also allow me to give some more introduction of Sunmi. So is that possible? I can share something, right? So for today, I think that we just try to say hello from Sunmi and hello VSTECS. So before I give some kind of the brief address, can we ask ourselves a question? What you get from the two films, right? You don't need to answer me, right? But just to think about what do we get from these two films? I think one of the thing I get from there is, first of all, something is more important than the money. So we treat our partners very, the important in our partner ecosystem, and also we treat something like the more than just the business transactions. Another one is we are thinking about the technology do change a lot of our life. So we understand what we are experiencing now, or the pandemics. So not only the Philippines, but also the Australia, Singapore, Malaysia. Every country now is experiencing the pandemic of the COVID-19. So everyone's life is being heavily impacted. We just out of our normal life. But what we can do here is we can rely on some of the new technologies. So we understand new technologies, kind of like the industry revolution from the agricultural society back and step into the industrial society. It just improved the the economic growth, and also it also bring a lot of the changes, revolutions in the society itself. So we understand now another information evolution from the traditional industrial to the current information society. We call it the evolution 3.0. But we understand that from the now society, information society, we are seeing some trend progress in the 5G, using the 5G as the platform, and also using the business IoT, the consumer IoT in the middle, and also to provide the support to the applications like AI, artificial intelligence, big data, blockchain, cloud computing, these kind of applications. So IoT will be a very, very important trend in this kind of new evolution. So regarding the new business era, we can see from 2003 we can Web 1.0. That's because we are using the 2G plus like GPRS interconnectivity, and when we progress into the 2.0, we are progressing into 3G, so etc. Like the to 4G to now 5G. So with the 5G equipped, all the IoT devices, all the doesn't matter is IoT devices for the business or for the consumer, it will be worldwide connected. So we can imagine the billions of the devices will be connected, will create a huge, enormous business opportunities. And here is another digital transformation, the more deep analysis how this kind of business IoT will be impact our life. So we can see here that the two categories. One is consumer IoT, so which means that I believe everyone now is very familiar with. For example, if you do have an Apple Watch, that's a consumer IoT device. But for the industrial IoT, the IIoT, it can be divided into the different industries. So the business IoT, that's what we are currently focusing on. And we are focusing on the several categories like food and beverage, the retail industry, and also some local life services, such as the commercial supermarket, dining, complex commercial, hotel, and the travel agency, transportation, these kind of things. So which means that from the business IoT, it may not relate to yourself directly, but that it will impact all the lives, or it will just give you some kind of the effectiveness in all the business, all the industries in your life. So later we can explore more about our product and solutions. So here we just give you some kind of brands in the IoT era. So back to the product and service brand industrial era, we know these big names: Dyson, Zebra. All the brands listed here, just for example, right? For the internet era, we know that Amazon, Alibaba, and they are the lead position in this internet era to provide the cloud platforms. And in the IoT era, we can see Apple, Tesla. So Apple is definitely the leader in the consumer, like mobile phones, or the accessories. Tesla is the leader of the IoT in the car industry, and the Huawei is also got a lot of the IoT stuff. Me here is means Xiaomi, the leader rice brand. So they also in the consumer brand, consumer IoT as well. So for Sunmi, we also a leader, as in mentioned before. Sunmi is a leader in the business IoT industry, and we are currently in the leading of the business IoT in the world as well. So our vision will become the top 10, top 5 the IoT business IoT player in this world in the next 3 years. So that's the brands in the IoT era. So that's kind of the brief introduction of how technology progressed, and then what we are expecting after the pandemic. Post the pandemic, we will back to the normal life. So how we can reach our normal life with Sunmi's equipment, such as we can using the stuff in the supermarket, restaurant, and also some self-service kiosks. So that's what we're expecting, and that's the reason why we select VST ECS as our partner in Philippines to do the product promotion, and also as an important partner in Philippines. So because we are overseeing the business opportunity in the Philippines will grow very, very fast after the pandemic. So at last, I'll give the very brief introduction why we call Sunmi. So sun we know that to give you the warmth, and also some is very bright color, orange. So we believe that the Sunmi brand will bring the energy and life and to everyone in this world, and we will bring all the business IoT benefits to everyone in this room as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sunmi, for this appointment and for trusting us. Congratulations, VST ECS, for this added layer of opportunity for our partners. We now move on to the quick deep dive of Sunmi Solutions. Allow me once again to call back Philip Sia for the presentation.
All right, so it's my honor to give everyone here today a deep introduction of our product and the solutions and how we conducted the business in this industry. All right, so I'll just jump through the Sunmi one. Okay, all right. Before that we get a deep dive into our product and the solutions, I'll just try to give everyone how the Sunmi growth path in this world. So from 2013, actually, our company is being established as a food delivery company. So which means that it's very similar, like the Foodpanda, Grab, or the Meituan and Ele.me in China. So we are trying to compete in this food and beverage delivery industry. But after 1 or 2 years, we realized that we cannot catch up the big players in China, like such as Meituan and Ele.me. So our the captain, so he's our boss, right? CEO, we call him captain. So our captain that decided that we move away from the food and beverage delivery, but we do the support. Just I believe everyone is very familiar with the story that when you go to the gold digging in the Australia or the America, right, Los Angeles. So a lot of people rush into the gold digging business, but the very few people will provide the support. So we are choose to be the people who do the support. And based on that moment, we decide to develop a device we call V1 price device. So the V1 being used as the merchant or the restaurant to receive the orders from this food delivery company. So that's how we establish our business IoT business back in 2013. And then we get in 2014 we get some the Series A round the finance from Xiaomi Technology. So they're currently the biggest IoT consumer device manufacturer in China. And then the 2015-16 we attract more the investment from the Meituan. That's our biggest customer in China. So they're doing the food and beverage delivery. And then we are progressing into our Sunmi OS development to do some the customized operating system. And then we attract the more investment, and then in 2019 we got the strategic investment from the Ant Group and the Financial Group. So that's part of the Alibaba Group. So now the Ant Group is our biggest investor, and we believe that in this year we will complete our IPO and in China's the Shanghai main board. All right. So which means that currently the Sunmi is in a very good the growth, and we already have the kind of a series of product solutions to meet our customers' requirement in different industries. So later I will just go much deeper into an introduction. All right. So here is another brief introduction how we announced our products in 2000. You can see in the 2016. We launched our first the Android mobile device, that's V1 with a Sunmi OS. That's our the customized OS. In 2017, we have the more devices across to the desktop, the payment devices, and also the mobile devices. In 2018, we expand to 22 products, and also we launch our Sunmi OS 3.0. That's our the main OS for now, and also we will progress into Sunmi OS 4.0 in next year. And in 2019, 2020, we expand our ecosystem very well, and we attract more than 30,000 the global partners, eco partners, and we delivered in more than 2 million the devices worldwide. So that's a big name of our investors. And then okay, so altruism, I believe everyone saw the short film regarding how the Sunmi's business. So altruism is our core value. We always believe that that when we get our partner or get our customers value, that's how that we practice our business. We are not looking at something the business transaction itself. We are trying to looking forward to some kind of long-term relationship, long-term business cooperations. And then we also are very international company. So it doesn't matter that our company is the based in China, but we currently very internationalized. So for our product design, we are having the David Protect as our chief design officer. So he's now based in France, and he just do overview of all the products design. So that's why you see how our products is a little bit different to the the industrial ones. Like we're having a very differentiated design, differentiated the color, and also all these kind of slim lines devices show our the difference. We are achieved 16 international design awards, and you can see all these kind of the Red Dot awards, IF awards, the G Mark award, these kind of things. So from all the design here, you can see it's quite different. For example, they give you example like in our T series desktop POS devices. So it's not like the traditional one, the just the square box. We have like the curve. We have a slim line, and also our screen used is quite slim. And some of the our orange color will give you the more hints. It's a Sunmi devices, very the attracting the consumers are. As mentioned, we are currently an international company. Have globalization of the Sunmi group. So far we have the offices in Shanghai, Beijing, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and also like we have branches in USA, France, Netherlands, Russia, Singapore, Japan, India, Indonesia, UAE, ANZ region is in Sydney, and also we will set up an office in Philippines as well. So we already have like the more than 30,000 partners, and we have like 20,000 developers who doing the application development based on Sunmi OS platform, and and also like as mentioned, a lot of apps for the business already been there. So which means that the people or the end user who can select these kind of apps from our Sunmi OS store. And some of the differentiators is we provide all the cloud-based the partner platform. So all this kind of the partner platform is cloud-based, which means that for the device management, application management will be much easier compared to the conventional the POS devices. So for example, if you are the partner of the traditional POS vendor, then possibly you need to say drive to the customers or the end user store to do the services. But for Sunmi, we as we mentioned, always mention that we're IoT company, so everything we can just connect via the cloud, via the internet. So all the services, device management, application management, OS management will be much easier. And Sunmi OS, because the Sunmi OS, we call it Sunmi OS because we still based on the Android OS. So we are choosing the very mature Android OS, and we start from like Android 7.0, and now we're progressing into Android 9.0, Android 11.0. All this kind of business Android system is a little bit different with the consumer Android OS. So we based on the Android business Android system, and we are do some customization, and we optimized the devices utilize of the operating system, and to make sure all the devices can complete all the very complex task with the minimum configuration. So, which means that when okay, so here is the very good example. Like one of my customer asked me, say, hey, why some devices the configuration is compared to the for example, Samsung Sun is a little bit lag. I said because for the consumer, you will install hundreds of the apps in one the phone, so which means it require a lot of RAM and the rooms. But for our devices, we are focusing on the industries. We also support multiple application installation, but you won't use it as a phone. So that's why based on the Sunmi OS, we are providing customized and optimized the experience for our customers. Another thing is remote assistance. That's also our key differentiator. So we do all this device monitoring, and we can help our partner to do the management, and also we will hand over this kind of remote management privilege to our partner if you choose to do so. So which means that for your future business development, you can categorize this one as the value added services for your end user for your end users. All right. So this one is we call it in the first floor, 1.5th floor, or the second floor is our the business strategy. Our business strategy will still focusing on the first floor and the 1.5th floor or mezzanine floor. So we will put more investment in our the device design, device the manufacturing, and also our Sunmi Cloud OS application store development. But we will also to integrate with the second floor, which means that our developers and the eco partners very tightly, because we need all these kind of applications. We need our partners to work closely with our either hardware, and also the software, the operating systems. So that's our strategy. So we understand now a lot of the POS vendors or the business IoT vendors, they do a lot of things, even including the second floor. The reason is because they got they got everything ready and they sell it to the reseller or the distributors with a very high price. So we will leave this kind of second floor, which means that we will leave a lot of the profit in the space to our developers and the eco partners. We will just keep and focusing on our the device hardware and software to provide more solid support to our second floor developer and partners. All right, regarding the first floor, then we will have a much more deep the dive into our products. So this is the one of our the whole family devices here. So we can see we have the mobile devices, payment devices, and also our desktop devices, self-service devices, some accessories, some of our wireless and smart surveillance devices as well. So all these kind of devices, you can see from here, you may not have the impression how these kind of devices will be working in your industry or in your the business. Right, later we will give you more introduction, but you can just imagine from these products we can cover almost every shops, every the retail shops, every warehouse, your bank, or your transportation and application scenarios. So then that's our the 1.5th floor. You can see we supported the GMS, the Google Mobile Services, because we're in Android. So Android, you require a lot of the Google services to do a lot of for example, maps will be used for our transportation partners, and then do all this kind of shipping update, and also SBS services, some business services, some of this kind of the applications this one is the checkout or the counter, this kind of thing already being there. So which means you can use it straight away without the installation. All right. Another the good example is our how we develop offline partner the partnership. So all these kind of 1.5th the floors, we are mentioning these kind of applications. We are mentioning a lot of the value-added services, online services. But for our offline partnership, we have our Sunmi Home. So this Sunmi Home is here. You can see almost every devices will be displayed in our Sunmi Home, and also we will turn this Sunmi Home very quickly into any scenarios. For example, if our the retail partners or retail customers, or if the retail customer of our partner is come to have the visit, then we can change our Sunmi Home as a retail store. And if you the food and beverage end user, like a restaurant owner, they come here, we will change this one to the restaurant scenario to give them the first-hand experience how the Sunmi devices will match their business requirements. And so far we already have the more than 300 locations in China and around global. So for Sunmi Home, we are currently in the Kansas region. That's my region. We are going to have another 3 to 5 new open Sunmi Home in NZ, Philippines, Laos, and Korea. And then we will have the more introduction of our the Sunmi products. So we have 6 product line mobile devices as our V series, M series, L series. So all these mobile devices will be utilized in the retail stores to receive the food and beverage order, or do some stock taking and also some deliveries, logistic deliveries. For the payment devices is very quite similar of our V series, but there will be add more functions like the payment verification. All the payment devices will be much more secure because it require to comply all the payment standards in each of the country. And then we have a desktop devices, our D series, T series, and S series. So it will be used the supermarket checkout or retail store checkout. And S series is our scale series, which will be used as the on-store, on-spot checkout with the way. And the kiosk series is our key series, will be utilized in the restaurant, like for example, like a chain restaurant, like a McDonald's, KFC, Burger King. So all these kind of devices is currently being used a very famous international brand like Popeyes, KFC, and also Burger Kings. Network and video analytic stuff is which myself categorize these devices as more like the value-added devices, because it's not only providing infrastructure connectivity, it will also provide some kind of analysis and the statistic purpose to help their store owner or the business owner to understand their business further. And for the accessories, it's just the traditional standard accessories like scanner, printer, cash drawer, these kind of things. It's very standard. It will be like the plug and play. All right, for the more deep understanding of the devices, you can see the mobile devices, handheld. The handheld is the traditional phone size with some kind of the printer at the top. And some of the devices like M2 without the printer, it's just the mobile device. And M2 Max is another product we are currently using to for the stores we reach the big screen. And this kind of devices will be utilized in some of the business, such as the sushi chains, and they utilize this one as a self-ordering device for each of the table. And handheld devices L series will be normally utilized in the logistic companies with our L2 series. And the payment devices, as mentioned, we have the P2 series will be our main product series. So P2, P2 Pro, P2 Lite, and P2 Mini. The first two devices is very traditional one. Utilize this one with the receipt printed. And for the P2 Lite, P2 Mini devices will be our newest the device, which will send the soft copy of the payment. Does not require the on-spot print. And for the desktop devices, D series is our the mainstream devices used as the checkout cash register, and the D2S combo will be utilized for some kind of the just a single store scenario, like people with the coffee, for example, a small coffee shop just to sell very simple products. They can just use this one to get the checkout and also the cash register 4-in-1 with keyboard as well. The T series is our the high-end devices will be used in the high-end scenarios. So for example, like in the boutique shops, like the bank scenario, and also like for example, T2 Mini will be currently being utilized in most of the scenario, like the very the clothes stores. They don't require to show many information to the customer. And the S series is our scale, will be used as in a desktop post scale in the the checkout scenario. The kiosk we have the different series. So some of the the K2 will be our main. They are our mainstream products, and for the K1 is the the product with the less function compared to K2, and also the K1 series will be end of life soon in next year. For the K2 Mini, it is the desktop stand one, or without the long the stand on the floor. So this one can be placed on the desktop for easy checkout. IoT devices. The first thing the role, like what I mentioned, is more like the value-added services. we have like the store sense camera. This is a 360 degree to do the store monitoring, and the face sense camera will be utilized to do the statistics and also some customer behavior analysis. For the ESL, electronic shelf labels will be utilized together with this the other and POS devices to display the price and also change the price quickly. So I give you the very quick example here, like for the ESL is in the supermarket here in Australia. The supermarket is required to do the price planning normally 1 week or even more time before they do the price change. The reason is because they need the 4 to 6 weeks to prepare the catalog. So when the catalog handed out, actually the price already been determined 4 or 6 weeks ago. But sometimes the people's demand is is changing, dramatically changing. Maybe that they do some analysis 4 to 6 weeks ago. They think some of the product is under the demand. Then they will do the promotion, right? But actually after 4 to 6 weeks the product is in the high demand. So which in this case they cannot change the price because catalog is out. So that's the reason why a lot of Australian supermarket is adopting this ESL product. They can just change the price the 1 week. They can change the price immediately, but which means they only need to do it 1 week in advance to do the price the price scheduling. And for the network devices, currently we also sold a lot of the W1S. W1 device already in the live, and the W1S device is the 4G Wi-Fi base station. That's the dual connectivity. One with the internet via the cable. Another one is using the 4G as a backup. So which means normally they're using the cable as the main connectivity and the 4G as a backup in case some of the region they don't have the stable connectivity on the cable, but the 4G normally they require the wireless. As long as they have the phone connectivity, then it will works. Then for the accessories, I just quickly pass through. Then some of the scanners, and also the post bank for the post power bank. That one will be used for our V2 or the P2 devices. So which means that if just imagine if you have say a store and you need to drive, okay, like for example, like a coffee van. If you drive the coffee van around and you require this kind of the V2 to do the charge, and then you can equip the V2 device with the post bank for the whole day. All right, so that's the introduction of our products, and then we'll just progress into the solution introduction. I'll give you the more understanding how our product being utilized in the very typical scenarios like the retail. So this is the retail, the supermarket store, and so we have the face sense cameras here, put in at the entrance of the store, and then some of the face sense camera at the register or each of the row of the shelves. So you can see that for the face sense cameras, there will be connecting the people, the customers and get into the store. We are not connecting the real face data because it's the more privacy related. We're just to connect how many people get into the store, and for example, when the customer get into the store, if the customer standing in front of the certain row or certain shelf for sufficient enough time, then we understand the customer may have more interest on that product, and then we based on this kind of analysis, we understand for some certain the products we call it heat map, and we understand this products will be in high demand or very attracting the customers. Then we based on this one, the business owner or the store owner can do some kind of strategy to increase the portfolio of these kind of products. And then, when the customer completed the purchase, they do the checkout, then T2 and our billing, the QR code payment devices will be utilized to complete the transaction. And the W1 or W1S devices here will be utilized to connect all the devices in the store, and then utilize this one as the single gateway to the internet. And this way, the store sense camera will be, they utilized to do the surveillance of the store where whether some customer is doing the dodge things or some kind of the stock change, the stock taking, right? And then the self checkout, that we normally place at the checkout to increase the efficiency. If in case the cash register is not enough, the people is not enough, then we will have self checkout. And at the back of the store, you can see that when the good delivery coming, and we have L2, L2K, and do the order pickering, and then inventory taking, and also for the M2 Max, we'll do the management of the stock because that's big enough. It's good for the our store manager to do the stock taking. And then for the home delivery, they will be used to receive the orders for the home delivery, and then they will get all the goods in the store, or sorry, the online ordering ready to be ready. And then that's the whole digital the store solution. We have the inventory management feature, membership management feature, chain stores management feature, and the intelligent operation systems. So regarding the membership management, because all the the membership currently we're understanding the more and more the business owners, they're adopting the we call soft the membership card. So this kind of membership card can be stored in the NFC like card. So they will utilize this one to tap onto our the payment devices or using the QR code to scan, and all these kind of membership information will be stored in our POS devices as well. And for this kind of industry, we have targeting the merchants, for example 24-hour chain convenience store, and the feature will be small size like a 7-Eleven or the coffee store. So a real example is currently in the 7-Eleven and some of the convenience store in Australia. We are currently in the conversation for the final deal, and we will deploy some of the face sense cameras and also our ESL devices, electronic shelf label, into their device into their store, because for the 24-hour convenience store, and they can change the price after 10 o'clock. And to attract the more the profit margin to cover the labor cost. We know that normally after 10 o'clock the labor cost will be higher. And this is the main application scenarios for the our retail solution or retail products like a cashier, smart watching. Smart watching is using our store sense camera. That's a 360 one, and also customer statistic and analysis. You can see this one. You can see the heat map here. Which means that the more red, which means that the customer stand at this spot is more often. So which means that the products here is more attractive, right? And then we progress into our digital restaurant solution. That's for the food and the beverage delivery. So that the most of the devices here will be similar to the stores and the retail stores. But something will be a little bit different. Is that we have a kitchen display system. Then when the people do the kitchen, when the chef in the kitchen prepare the food, and the conventional way is using you write the paper and you pass the paper into the kitchen. But we have the kitchen display system. We're giving the chef or the cook a real understanding of the real orderings and what it is like. And also that we have the printer. The printer here will also receiving the order from, for example, the waiter or the waitress have the handheld ordering device like V2. They're using the V2 to do the ordering, and the order will send back directly to the kitchen. And also some the table side ordering. You can see this M2 Max will be put onto the table. So this one is very large practice in the sushi stores here in Australia. And then we have the foot traffic and customer analysis, and then we understand how they want, where they normally want to sit. Then we will do some based on this kind of analysis, and give the store owner some kind of information or the insight how they change the layout to track the more people. So the similar the solution as the retail have the inventory membership chain store intelligence operation system. The targeted merchant is that we have here like located near residential area with high traffic or core business districts. Most of the business hours from 10 to 10 p.m. and a few fast food restaurants are also open 24 hours. So for the 24 hours shops, we will introduce them like the self-service kiosk, because for like the 24-hour chain food store restaurant, they normally will keep the minimum people there. Normally 1 to 2 people in the kitchen and 1 people do the order receiving. And so the feature will be like a small size and have many branches in the residential area, and 10 to 20 employees in the store with low requirement of computer skills. Because all the devices here, like you can see the V2 or the D2 or T2 M2 Max devices will be much easier to do the operating, just like operate on the phone or operate iPad or something like that. And also that if you know that the restaurant business, some of the ordering, the commission ordering is quite complex. All right. The main scenario will be utilized in like queue management. So when the people in the queue at the front door, they can use the queue management feature of our devices, and the issuer the queue number to the customer. And then when the customer their queue is reaching, and the device can also send the SMS or send the message directly to the customer if they choose to enable this kind of feature. All right. And also ordering and checkout, self-order services, kitchen display system. You can see here, like giving the chef and the cook a very the vivid look at this one. They don't need to take care of the paper order. And also some value-added services will give the store owner how many people attend the service, how many dishes being ordered, which dish is the most popular. This kind of thing will give more the insight to the business owner. All right, so after the introduction of products and solutions, now we possibly need to give the more insight how our business in the APAC region. So we have a very strong footprint in the APAC region, and before we step into each of the region, the first thing of our partners and also I believe the customer will care about is how if we purchase device from how you guys provide services. And we currently set up a lot of the business centers, the business service centers in each of the country or the region. So we have like Hong Kong is our the main service hub for the APAC region. So we service either domestic or globally, and then for like some of the very complex devices, we will do the service here in Hong Kong. But we also currently step by step to cultivate our local service centers employees skills, and currently in Singapore, in Philippines, Australia, Thailand, Vietnam, and we have a very strong skill set of our our service center employees. So in Malaysia, Japan, and Korea, we're currently in a negotiation with our service partners, and will be soon ready. And so for Philippines, I can guarantee that all the service centers will be running from now, and we will support all our partners like UVS, ECS, and also all the partners today here at 10 Online. And then now giving the more local reference in Philippines. So we have like the Starbucks in Philippines, and they're using our P1 products. That's our the payment devices, but now is in end of life. Now we have a P2 product as a successor. So P1 devices under the V2 and to receive the order and to complete the payment. And also we have like the food and beverage delivery, the online to offline, that Delivery Hero, and Delivery Hero and Grab, Food Panda, and that's in the Southeast Asia region. And also we have like in the banking industry, we have like the video bank. They utilize our desktop devices as a self checkout in the video branch, and also completing the QR payment using our the billing product. And also for the land bank, they're using our P2 device to do the payment post terminals. And first batch is 1,000, and it will increase to more than 5,000, the devices. And and also like GrabFood is currently in Philippines, they are using more and more devices for the food and beverage delivery. And for the Philippine Statistical Authority, they're using our P2 device to do this kind of personal photo ID insurance. And also the National Lottery, they're using our the V2 device to issue the lottery ticket. And for the transportation device, transportation industry, they're using our W1S as the bus Wi-Fi. They carry the W1S and power it on, and they're using its 4G device, so 4G function to enable the bus Wi-Fi for the passengers. And that's the very the amount of the case in Philippines around, but also around globally we have the very strong case reference in each of the various industry. For example, like in the retail, we have Aeon using our V2 Pro device and to complete the QR code payment, receipt printing, some of the the order pickup. That's in Japan. And also we have the Fresh Hippo. Fresh Hippo is actually a supermarket chain store operating by Alibaba Group. So they're using our devices, using the V2 Pro, T2 device, K2. That's our self-checkout device. And also some of the Rexpos. Rexpos is our the OEM device for Fresh Hippo as a self-checkout. And also the scale products. For the restaurant, like mentioned, we have Popeyes using our the K2 device to do the self ordering, and now we are having the very good progress with the Burger King in the regional area, and also another one is called Xipei. Xipei restaurant is a very famous chain restaurant in China. It's more than 200 restaurants in China, and they're using our KDAs. But also they're using our the S2 devices to weigh the food, because they provide a very famous dish here in China. You say using to weigh the beef and lamb on spot and show directly to the customer. So S2 device, V2 Pro, and M2 to receive online orders. And for the food delivery platform, we, as mentioned, these are our biggest. Currently, it is our biggest in the portfolio. And Delivery Hero, the Easy, the Hungry Panda, and also in Southeast Asia region, the Food Panda, the Deliverers, they're also they're progressing very well in the SEA region. For the financial industries, we have P1 devices in Pakistan, OPay. And also the BCA for the Indonesia's the bank, and also BRI Indonesia is as well, and also the Hong Leong Bank in Malaysia. We have more and more customers around the world. They trust in our devices. So from this picture, I'm not going to introduce one by one, but you can see a lot of big brands: Westin, 51. This kind of the it's in one of our the flagship store here, utilizing our V1, V2 device, and also T2 device at the checkout. It's a prayer store in Australia, and also some of the queue management stores as well. Okay, and then that's all these kind of the case in gallons. And so food and beverage delivery, Chinese food, fast food, hot pot, barbecue food court, and they'll have retail, Tiffany, and then other services like for the bus ticket insurance, and also in Vietnam we even have in Vietnam we have the air ticket insurance on the store, and also others like the pharmacy stores and logistics, hospital, and the payment, all these kind of top-up industries. So we now have, like I mentioned, we have more than 28,000 of development partners in the world. And today, I think we are lucky to have VSTCS as our very important partner here in Philippines. So you can see that that we today we put a BCST as in our very the important position here, and we believe later we will have achieving the mutual benefit for both of us in Philippines. So that's all from me today. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Philip. Impressive footprint, and thank you for sharing with us the many successful deployments you have in the country. I'm sure our partners who are with us this morning are so excited to learn more about how they can benefit from this partnership. I'd like to ask Eunice and Philip, we have one unanswered question in the Q&A panel from Sir Rick Wilson. If you could please answer it live.
I think this one I'll pass to Eunice. So Eunice,
all right.
Yeah.
Does Sunmi, the devices, use thermal paper? If yes, how do you address the BIR banning of using thermal paper as a receipt?
Okay, great. Actually, I am typing this answer.
You can just say your
yeah, sure.
Answer it live.
Okay, great. So first of all, of course, Sunmi device is using the thermal paper for all kinds of Sunmi model devices. Some devices using 5/8 millimeter type thermal paper, and some bigger devices using the 80 millimeter type of thermal paper. And in terms of the BIR banning of that thermal paper, actually we didn't heard that before. There is any ban from Philippine BIR in terms of the forbidden of using thermal paper yet. So at least until now, we didn't meet that difficulty at all yet. So that's it. Thank you.
Yes, currently in Australia we don't have the regulation to ban this kind of thermal paper, right? But a lot of our customers they're they're practicing more environment friendly. So which means that they're choosing to send out the electronic copies directly from the device. So then when the customer they choose not to need the receipt paper, so they can provide an email address or either a mobile number, and then they can receive the electronic copy. That's how we practice here in Australia.
All right. Thank you so much, Eunice and Philip, for clarifying that. Partners, if you are seeing on your screen, a number of our partners actually have submitted questions and they have been addressed by Eunice. Kindly please just tap the Q&A widget. We have 5 questions. Rick has been active in sending a question, and Eunice, she's been replying to every question submitted. So just to reiterate, there we have one question. Does Sunmi support a digital payment like GCash, Alipay, and WeChat Pay? According to Eunice, yes, a Sunmi device supports multi-methods of digital payments, including all e-wallets, EMV cards, NFC, and as long as they are integrated properly. Okay, so I believe we have another question from Sir Willie D of Microbase. Does Sunmi provide the application software for each of the industry mentioned, or just purely the hardware device? Eunice, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mao, and thank you, Willie, for the question. Actually, I think this is a very good question. And as Philip addressed in his presentation before, Sunmi has a BLOT strategy. We divided into 3 types. So the first floor is the Sunmi hardware and device, and the 1.5 floor is the Sunmi OS and Sunmi Cloud and Sunmi App Store and etc. And the second floor is all Sunmi partner. So what does it mean for this second floor, the partner? That is mean all Sunmi ISV and PSP and also some system integrator in all the country. So that means, so let's come back to this question. The answer is Sunmi only provided the hardware, but we also provide all SDKs and APIs of the hardware to the software partner and the integrator. So in this way, you can integrate your software and application on Sunmi hardware. So that is our partnership. Sunmi provide the hardware and you have your own software and application. And we provide a service as a whole solution to the final end customer. Thank you. That's it.
We have another one. Okay, what type of CPU architecture is used in Sunmi devices?
Actually, Sunmi device using different CPU in terms of different level of the device. But normally, Sunmi device has a very high CPU at that price level compared with the other business devices or business ICTs. So I think we can share some product catalog, and in that documentation, all CPU information and all spec is there for all Sunmi product and devices.
All right. So I think for this question, I can answer. Our CPU architecture using the ARM32 for now. So most of our devices are using the Cortex A7, and we are progressively equipped with the ARM64 architecture. Yeah, considering about it is just the business devices. It does I mentioned in my presentation, we don't need to require very strong the compute the capability. And also, for the devices room and the RAM, it already been optimized to adopt the software applications. And also for each of the devices, most of the time they will only run 2 or 3 applications simultaneously, compared with the one your Android phone running 10 to 20 the applications.
All right, let's keep this conversation going. Again, partners, please feel free to send us additional questions to Ashby Ruperto. She's your focal person for any product related concerns. Please fix yourself as we are going to do our group photo. I will be asking you to turn on your camera, and my team will upgrade everybody to panelist status. Let's have a group photo. Sunmi, sabihin muna nating Sunmi, and then
Sunmi.
Yes, freeze nyo yung smile niya na. Okay, 1, 2, 3, Sunmi. All right, okay, thumbs up. Okay, this time wacky shot. Wacky. All right, so take it away for the closing remarks.
Thank you, Mao, and thank you, Philip. Thank you, Eunice, for the partnership, and thank you all to our partners who joined this morning. This is the first partnership launch that I almost cried, Mao, and it's your fault, Eunice, because of that film, the 15-minute mark, the film. Yeah, forget. Yeah, if there's one thing to remember about this session today, I think there was this question in the first film: what is the key to success? And the young man, the answer was, what was that? It's about knowledge and books, right? It was this young man's love for books, this young man who loves to read, that led him to become successful, right? And if I may add to that, to that answers, I think the key to success, aside from knowledge and books, was Mr. Chen and his kindness, right?
Yes, yes.
And of course, because Sunmi is here. Without that film, maybe next time we should come up with a movie screening. Right?
Yeah, very nice. Honestly, I find the films moving. They're provocative, I'd say.
And another thing, if there's something more valuable than money, and what's that? It's kindness. Wow.
Yes.
What a learning today. So not just about the product, about the solutions, but about kindness and everything. And Sunmi always, what does it represent again? Sunshine. Amidst this pandemic, there is hope, there is future, there is vitality with Sunmi. All right, so partners, thank you for joining us. We are investing with Sunmi. We are adding more resources. We are bringing in demo units so that anytime soon, give us a couple of, maybe at least a month to bring in the demo units so that every time you need them, we can, well, for now, we just have to settle for virtual perhaps. And I believe Philips and Eunice will be more than willing to assist us through virtual demo for now. But again, thank you, partners. If you need further enablement, let us know. Contact me, ASB, and the rest of the team. Whatever support you need, we will grow together with Sunmi. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sir Celso, for the powerful words. Altruistic, having an altruistic behavior is just an amazing attitude. Being able to share your blessings to others, especially now, in the midst of this pandemic, we need to have that altruistic attitude. Thank you so much, partners, for spending your morning and lunch with us. I hope you had a great one. I really enjoyed hosting this event. And on behalf of VSG ECS, maraming salamat. Maurice here from the Marketing Communications Group. Please reach out to us for any product-related concerns. Bye for now, and please stay safe.
Thank you, Mao. See you, everyone.